Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you Ahsoka Tano at skill level 4, 5, and 6. Now, I do have another video that covers Ahsoka Tano at the lower skill level at skill level 1, 2, and 3. In that video, I actually cover some of the stats and some basic strategy that I use for the lower skill level. So if you're looking for a video that covers the lower skill level, check that one out. But if you're looking for the higher skill level 4, 5, and 6, then you're definitely at the right place. You could also compare the 6 of them and see which one you like the most. I did reference in the other video that this Tsum is one of the Tsums where you either invest all the way or don't invest in at all. So check this video out to see how skill level 6 perform, because you might want to get this Tsum for the score challenge at the end of the month. So let's take a look at Ahsoka Tano at the higher skill levels. At skill level 4, the skill range is going to be large, and you're going to need a total of 19 Ahsoka Tanos cleared off the screens to activate her ability. Skill level 5, that drops to 18, and the skill range does increase to extra large. And finally, at skill level 6, the Tsums required to activate the ability is 17, with a clear range of extra large. And with Ahsoka Tano at skill level 6, she is going to be great for the score challenge, so I'm definitely going to be considering her as one of my finalists as a champion for the score challenge. But before I get too far ahead, let me talk a little bit about the strategy at these higher skill level. The strategy actually remains relatively the same or consistent between all 6 of the skill level. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you are spamming the ability button. So that's the Ahsoka Tano icon on the bottom left hand corner. When you see it about 75% or so fully charged up. So look at skill level 4, it's relatively charged up. So even at this point, you can start spamming the ability button. And the benefit of that is any Tsums that were overcharged is going to get carried over into the next charge up. So as you saw there earlier, all of the Tsums that got charged extra went to the second charge up. So you don't necessarily need to get a total of 18 or 19 to activate her ability again. Which means you can activate a lot more abilities per game. And speaking of abilities per game, I was able to count how many abilities I activated per each of these skill levels. So for skill level 4, I was able to get a total of 10 abilities activated per game. For skill level 5, I got a total of 16. And then finally at skill level 6, I got a total of 18. So because it's going to cost a lot less to activate her ability, you definitely should be able to experience a lot more abilities activated per game, which also mean that each gameplay is going to be slightly longer, but that means that you're going to get more coins and also more Tsums cleared off the screen, earning you a lot higher score as well. If you're wondering what the full gameplay looks like for Ahsoka Tano at skill level 6, I'm going to have a YouTube short video up, so take a look at that and you'll be able to see everything in 60 seconds, how her ability works, how many coins I got, and what the score was. So take a look at that if you're interested in seeing that. Moving forward, I am definitely going to be uploading a lot more shorts, so that way you can see the full gameplay in a sped up version. In those videos, you'll be able to see more of the abilities, and they're also a little bit easier to make. So I'll be able to upload those a lot quicker versus these deep dives. So if you're interested in seeing the deep dives, definitely still stay here, and there'll be more to come. What I also want to show you guys is a side-by-side comparison of Ahsoka Tano's ability activated at the same time. So this is its ability in full speed. So let me slow this down really quickly so we can see what is actually happening. And by the way, her ability doesn't freeze the screen. So take a look at the top of skill level 5. You'll notice that even with the ability activated, the Tsums don't freeze. So that's why I recommend you to use the spam button, because that's going to allow you to have more Tsums cleared off the screen and not have to worry about setting up the screen. And this first slash that Ahsoka Tano makes, it doesn't matter between all 6 of the skill levels, so you don't really need to set it up. Just spam the ability and activate it. As you can see here, skill level 4 and 5 got both 18 and skill level 6 got 21, so got a little bit lucky here. But what does change is this last slash that she does, so double slash. It's always going to be in this position, and there's always going to be special bubbles or magic bubbles that gets in the way as well. There's nothing you can really do about that. They're just going to always get in the way a little bit. But regardless, this is going to be the skill range, and this is where you could expect the Tsums to be cleared. Again, there's really not much you could do about this, because before this, Ahsoka Tano does make those lashes that you cannot control. So it is going to be what it is. You just treat it like it's a burst Tsum that you don't have to set up the screen. After you activate the ability, you want to try to burst as many magic bubbles off the screen as you can. And there is a strategy to this. You want to prioritize popping the magic bubbles that are towards the center of the screen, but if your zooms are all at the very bottom, well, you can't really do anything about that. You want to just try to pop them from left to right or right to left. So you want to pop, if let's say you have 4 on the bottom, you want to pop the left one first and then alternate, go right and then left and then right again. This will allow you to pop more zooms as much as possible, but you always want to prioritize bubbles that are towards the center of the screen or higher if you can. So if there is for some reason one at the very top, you want to pop that first. But it's unlikely. After the ability activates, it's likely that the magic bubble is either going to be right in the center or at the very bottom. So overall, I really do like Ahsoka Tano at these higher skill level, and just like I mentioned in the other video, I think she's only worth it if you can get her to a really high skill level, so skill level 5 or 6 for coins. For score, you definitely need to get her to at least skill level 5, but if you want to participate in the score challenge, you'll likely need to get her to skill level 6. So let's take a look at these results that I have for these particular gameplays. At skill level 4, I ended up with 2,733 coins. At skill level 5, I got 4,324. And at skill level 6, I got 5,436. So at skill level 5 and 6, it's pretty good for coins, but you gotta think about how much investment you had to make. And in terms of scoring, I got 8 million points for skill level 4. Skill level 5, I got 12 million points. And at skill level 6, I got 14 million points, almost 15. So this is likely what you could expect other players to get as well if you are playing the score challenge at the end of the month. So you'll likely need to get somewhere in the 14 millions or maybe even 15 to get the S rank. So comparing all 6 of the skill levels, you can see that there is a significant improvement from skill level 1 to skill level 6, but that's as expected. But you could kind of see the big jump as well between skill level 3 and 4. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're not going to get her to skill level 5 or 6, it might not be worth it, and the evidence is there. Skill level 6, when I was making that video, my Ahsoka Tano was still at a low level. She was only level 8. So if you could get her to level 50 and have good supporting zoom, you could definitely get a higher score than I did here. Let me know in the comments below if you plan on using Ahsoka Tano as your score champion at the end of the month. I'm probably going to be using her just because she's a new zoom for this month and I do enjoy her ability. Her ability is also really easy to use, so if you are a beginner player or don't know how to set up the screen or use gyro even, then Ahsoka Tano is a really good option for that. The other option, if you don't want to use Ahsoka Tano for the score challenge, the other 2 zooms you could use in Group A is going to be Mandalorian and the Child. So if you don't have those 2 zooms, then you definitely want to get Ahsoka Tano so you could participate in Group A. So that's my review for Ahsoka Tano, and if you guys would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this or would like to support this channel, please consider subscribing, and as always, thank you so much for watching.